how the first humans survived the Ice Age. Imagine stepping outside and the world is frozen. Temperatures are below -20 degrees. Animals the size of trucks are roaming the landscape. Food is scarce. Shelter is temporary. And every day is a fight between life and death. This was reality for the first humans during the Ice Age, yet somehow they survived. And not only did they survive, they spread across continents, formed communities, created tools, and evolved into the species we are today. So how exactly did they do it? Today, we're diving deep into how the first humans survived the Ice Age. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you love history, ancient humans, and how our species evolved, make sure you hit like and subscribe. Now let's travel back thousands of years to a world completely unlike ours. The world of ice. What were they up against? To understand survival, you have to understand the challenge. The last Ice Age peaked around 20,000 years ago, covering large parts of North America, Europe and Asia under sheets of ice up to 3 kilometers thick. This meant extreme cold, sparse vegetation, limited animal migration, kilometers of frozen tundra, little natural protection from the elements. Imagine hunting when the animals you depend on move hundreds of kilometers every season, or trying to keep warm with no central heating, no thick jackets, no technology. So how did early humans survive in this frozen world? Let's start with the most important skill of all. Mastering fire, humanity's first superpower. Fire wasn't just warmth, it was life. Early humans learned to keep fire burning for days, transport embers in stone containers, use fire to cook tough Ice Age meat, protect themselves from predators, harden wooden spears, stay warm through freezing nights. Cooking meat was especially important. Raw Ice Age game was tough and fatty. Fire made it digestible and reduced the energy needed to chew, giving humans more calories with less effort. Fire also allowed communities to stay together at night, strengthening social bonds. The hearth wasn't just a fire, it was the center of early civilization. Clothing and shelter, turning nature into armor. You can't survive Ice Age temperatures with bare skin, so humans adapted. They developed clothing layers made from animal hides, fur, sinew thread, bone needles, leather straps. These weren't sloppy caveman outfits. They were expertly crafted insulation systems. Archaeologists have found bone needles over 30,000 years old, proving humans were sewing long before modern civilizations. Shelters also evolved. Depending on the region, humans created mammoth bone huts covered with fur, wooden framed shelters, caves adapted with windbreaks, snow shelters similar to early igloos, pit houses dug into the ground. These shelters kept wind out, heat in, and communities safe. In a world of ice, shelter wasn't optional, it was survival. Hunting giants, the Ice Age menu. Food was scarce, but the animals were massive. Humans hunted woolly mammoths, giant bison, reindeer, woolly rhinoceros, horses, saber-toothed cats, rarely. Megafauna that carried hundreds of pounds of meat. But hunting wasn't simple. These animals were huge and dangerous. So humans developed new tools. Stone-tipped spears, atlatl spear throwers for distance, stone blades for butchering, fire to drive herds off cliffs, coordinated group strategies. One successful hunt could feed a clan for weeks. Nothing was wasted. Meat was dried or frozen in the snow. Bones became needles, tools, and weapons. Hides became clothing. Tendons became thread. Humans didn't just hunt, they engineered survival. Following the herds, the first nomads. Ice Age humans were nomads. They didn't settle permanently because animals didn't settle permanently. When mammoths moved, humans moved. When reindeer migrated, humans followed. This required mapping enormous territories, understanding animal patterns, communicating across tribes, navigating harsh terrain, staying mobile while carrying children and tools. Nomadic life created stronger bodies and sharper minds. It wasn't chaos, it was strategy. The power of community, survival in numbers. One human alone couldn't survive the Ice Age, but a group could. Communities were essential for sharing food, protecting each other, raising children, crafting tools, passing down knowledge, hunting large animals, healing injuries. Archaeologists have found evidence of elderly and disabled individuals living long lives in Ice Age tribes, proof that communities cared for their own. Social bonds were survival tools. Storytelling, rituals, and early language kept groups connected. Humanity didn't endure the Ice Age because of strength, but because of cooperation. Culture, art, and the human spirit. Even in the harshest conditions, early humans created art. Cave paintings, carvings, jewelry, and rituals show something incredible. Humans didn't only survive the Ice Age, they expressed themselves during it. Art served many purposes: connecting tribes, teaching hunting strategies, passing on wisdom, spiritual beliefs, a sense of identity, hope during long winters. The famous cave paintings in France and Spain weren't just decoration, they were early humanity's voice. This creativity helped them endure mentally and emotionally, not just physically. Adapting or dying, evolution in real time. Harsh climates apply pressure. Pressure drives evolution. During the Ice Age, humans evolved. Larger brains, better endurance, improved problem solving, more complex tool making, stronger language skills, better social structures, advanced planning abilities. The Ice Age didn't just test humans, it shaped humans. We became the dominant species because we adapted faster than anything else alive. The end of the Ice Age and a new beginning. Around 12,000 years ago, the Ice Age began to melt. Temperatures rose, glaciers retreated, forests grew, animals changed, and humans changed too. They shifted from nomadic hunters to early farmers. They built permanent settlements. They domesticated animals. They discovered agriculture. The end of the Ice Age wasn't the end of survival, it was the beginning of civilization. The first humans survived the Ice Age because they were adaptable, intelligent, cooperative, creative, relentless. They didn't have modern technology, no heat, no machines, no internet. But they had fire, they had tools, they had each other, and they had the unstoppable human instinct to survive. Their courage and resilience are the reason we exist today. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment below. Which Ice Age survival skill surprised you the most? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.